Hi, this is Elliott Wave Sage. Let's do a market update. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Only do what's best for you. Again, I can't stress enough. I need to issue a red alert. This market can crash at any moment. If you are buying the dip or playing the long side, just unless you're getting in and out the same day of your trade, you are holding overnight. You are taking a lot of risk because of the setup. And you can watch my earlier videos for more information. Again, the market continued to go lower. The Dow has dropped really nicely for us since the short area and well into the profit now on that short position, essentially in a risk-free type setup where your stop is now at 35,000. And so here you can see it's just continuing to go lower and lower and lower. And this is a warning sign for the rest of the market. And this was a 1-2-1-2 setup, and it's playing out. And then you have the SPY is eventually going to give up its gains here at any moment. And same thing with the triple Qs. They try so hard to ramp this. They want a higher high. The market makers, the people trying to get you to FOMO in, to buy the dip, to liquidate and give up your liquidity and be exit liquidity for this pump. They're trying to keep that this momentum alive, and they just can't do it. They've tried since really the 30th of August, and they just can't get it higher. And I do believe they're going to run out of firepower, and we should see a really sharp sell-off in the triple Qs again at any moment, and that could really start a cascade of selling later in the month. So this is the red alert, guys, and then of course the Russell just totally puked lower. So if you've been following me, this setup was expected and now very profitable. And now we just sit back and get paid and let the market stop us out if it's going to want to come back and take these highs out. So it's got to do that. The bulls have to push up and take out the triple Q, this high at 381. It's got to take it out. If it can do that, then it negates the bearish setup, and we'll have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, we'll still pull back, but I think it would negate the super crash scenario. So that's why it's so important for the bulls to try to overcome this resistance. And they're trying to pump all the mega caps. It is just they're finally the balance of power has started to tilt to the bears, and they're running out of firepower on the bullish side. So red alert, this market is super dangerous. If you're just again, just sitting in your long positions, listening to some of the pumpers out there, the guys that pump this market that want you to buy, and they just say buy, for no reason, you're gonna end up probably selling to people like me down here. That's what's gonna happen. So this is a great opportunity if you're a bear, and it's going to make sure you got to have good money management to get through this chop and catch this turn. To catch it, the Dow's really weak and it's already broken down. We're already starting our move lower. The Hang Seng as well has broken down. Here it has broken its uptrend. Let's move lower and so on. Bitcoin eventually is going to give it up here and go lower, and then should bounce and then fail one more time. The oil market is still continuing higher. I do expect the $100 a barrel oil soon. Gold and silver will be under pressure as precious metals sells off with a strong dollar. Again, here was the short area on gold, and it's giving it up just like we want it. Natural gas will follow oil higher. So what we're looking at is you have to also respect that this could be a flat correction to come back and retest the lows in natural gas here. So you need to be careful again of being shaken out of your position, where you come back in this 2 and come back to this 2.0, 2.1 area in a flat correction. So just if oil is going higher, I would not worry about natural gas, but they don't want you to make money on this. The people that make this market, they want you to steal your position away from you. So expect what I'm showing you here on my graph to happen now in this flat, and we should retest this low, and I probably will, think this low would hold. And so what does that mean for Boyle? Boyle should do the same thing and come back and break this low and maybe touch 48 and 49 for an ultimate long entry to come out in a double bottom situation, still looking for 100. So that's a good setup to keep your eyes on and keep your eyes open. And of course, if we break these pivots, then the setup is negated and lost. So that's the other thing. The bond markets continuing higher. Again, we're still in this fifth wave. It could continue to push higher. Bearish for the market. The 2-year wants to come out. Bearish for the market. Right now, the VIX finally broke out of its downtrend today. And here's the long-term trend line. Once we break through that, then we should see a final move higher. And I do expect it to break the this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and go to these levels at least at 26 VIX and break out in a panic sell-off. So that is the market at the guys. It is hard to get a position with leverage, and you have to, be able to manage your money well and go in and be able to trade this to get a good position with leverage to benefit from what's eventually going to happen. If you just try to go put your whole stack in on puts or the short side, these little pumps, these little micro pumps are going to blow you up, and you're going to be closing your position only to see it reverse, and if you could only have held it. So you got to really, this is a trader's battleground, trying to get position for the downside, and the market makers want you out of that position, and they ultimately want you to buy this market right here. And again, I know it's tough. People want to buy. Everyone loves to buy things. They want to own things. They like to own something and touch it and feel it, and it's mine, and I own Apple. But this is not the time to own things. This is the time to short things. This is the time to sell things. This is the time to raise cash, take profit, ring the cash register, hedge your risk. If you don't want to do that, go into, something that may go up, like utilities in a sell-off, but even that, I think, is going to be under pressure for what's about to come, where I think the only thing that will work is cash and shorts and puts. Nothing else will work. No gold won't work. Silver isn't going to work. Bitcoin won't work. The technology isn't going to work. The utilities isn't going to work. All this shit that you people like to hedge with, or staples, all that shit's going to go. All that is going to get dumped. The only thing you want to be in is cash or short. That's it. That's the only play here. Short, cash, bear ETFs. Nothing else works, and that is where we are heading in the next month and month and a half. If you are trying to buy the dip, you're trying to just hold and wait for a bounce, you're going to end up losing everything as you panic sell. And don't worry, if you do panic sell, I will provide you liquidity. I will be there to buy your stocks from you down in these areas that I have circled here, and even here if we get there. Don't worry, I will have liquidity for you. I will be ready to buy those stocks from you. So don't don't panic. There will be buyers there, but I am not a buyer here. I am a seller, and this is what needs to go down. your stocks that you love, the stocks that you cherish, Nvidia, Apple, all that shit is going lower. All that stuff that you love is going to be cheaper in 2 to 3 months. All those stocks that everyone said are sure things, are bond equivalents, they're all going to get their asses handed to them. I'm really sorry to give you guys this bad news, but this is where we are with the market. It's on the precipice of a massive drawdown. Could become a crash, especially if it turns into a grand supercycle crash. You've been warned. It's a red alert. You greedy bastards, if you decide to ignore it, I feel bad for you, but I want to say that denial is always the biggest emotion when it comes to sell-offs. Denial is the biggest emotion when it comes to news that people don't want to hear. Like there is some news around Nvidia floating around the internet about some of their sales and in how their financial accounting of those sales is suspicious. And again, a lot of no way, that's impossible. You're stupid for even saying that. The people that did that analysis, but again, they said that with all the major collapses, that we've always read about. Denial is always the first reaction. You should really read some of that material, and I think some of it is very suspicious. I hope Nvidia is not playing accounting gimmicks to generate revenue. If they are, they'll get discovered. It will come out, and everyone that owns that stock is going to be a bag holder, and that will reverse all the AI gains in an instant if there's any truth to what I was reading on the internet. But that will come out if it's true. But if you're just like blatantly denying it or just won't even take the time to research it, then you're foolish, because that's how most frauds work out, where people don't deny it because Enron was, invincible. No way they would do that. WorldCom, no way, that guy would do that, with capital and, try to, expense it and all that. But they do all that. So you don't know the people behind everything, but there is some interesting news. You can research and find it on your own. So I just telling you that the sentiment, what that tells me is the sentiment is so bullish, so all in, they can't even contemplate a scenario where one of the most loved stocks of all time may not be as strong as they appear when the argument against the when the opposite opposing view becomes vicious and becomes insultive. That's usually means the other view actually may have some truth to it. That's typically what you see when someone gets so emotional when it comes to opposing views, and that's what I'm seeing with Nvidia. So good luck, guys. I know what I read. I don't want to be in that stock. I wouldn't be in it until I get the CEO to answer some questions about that analysis that lady did with on the internet. So anyway, guys, this is it. The market's going lower. I hate to break it to you. Good luck trading, and just know that we're really early in this downturn. So if you haven't sold, it's not too late. You have time to get out. You have plenty of opportunity to make money. So just take advantage of it. But I do believe there'll be one bad day where massive news will come out that will cause the waterfall sell-off, and you'll probably be too late to get out of the market without substantial losses. Good luck.